Yo, from here, the voice, you know, who this start, if you know, say, even a cash the powerful boss. You know, say, Yardy Lewis. You don't know, YouTube channel, me, endorse. I must go over there, go subscribe, share. You're done, when leave a comment. And don't forget to subscribe. It's for a worthy cause. You're listening? I think they should be listening now. Yardy Lewis to the world.
Yes, my people, it's Mike again with another video regarding the homeless. Yardy Lewis on YouTube. Like, subscribe, and share. Today is another interesting video. I was able to go where the homeless stays at one area and see how they live and, you know, how they survive out there in the area. I live in the northern side of the United States, so it's kind of cold out there most of the time. Even today was a little chilly, so it's kind of tough living for them. Again, this is Yardy Lewis. My institution is called WHOY, WHOY, homeless. But to find me, you got to type in Yardy Lewis on YouTube and see how I interact with the homeless. You know, trying to do something for the homeless, bring awareness to homelessness, and, you know, support them whichever way I can. My YouTube channel started about a month ago. So I'm asking everyone to just subscribe, like it, and share with their friends and their family. It's for a good cause. Just helping out the homeless, try to give them what support I can. You will also bring awareness to homelessness and see what caused people to be homeless. And like I said in one part of the video, homelessness does not care what color, what race, or where you're from. I don't know if I cannot say homelessness can happen to anybody, but just watch the video and see. But it's to bring awareness. You know, we're not better than no one, and anything can happen in life to bring us in a certain situation. So just watch my channel, subscribe, like, and share. And that's Bell. We're interviewing today. I got the mic on. I'm pretty sure you guys can hear us. So first of all, are you guys from Connecticut?
Yes.
How long have you been living in Connecticut?
About 50 years.
50 years? How about you, Liz?
I'm kind of all over the place.
You're all over the place?
Yeah.
Were you born in Connecticut?
I was born in Massachusetts on Bay State.
Oh, okay then.
Lived in Enfield for part of my growing up.
Okay, and as Wes tell you, I'm trying to help the homeless. I explained to him many times ago. I had a friend of mine who died, was homeless, and, you know, he was doing well in life. All of a sudden, he get homeless and end up dying. So I'm trying to help the homeless. I did 8 years in the military. I know quite a few guys who was military and homeless. So I'm just trying to figure out what happened, how we can help, and what the needs are for the homeless people, and what we can do to help them.
Well,
how long you guys been homeless?
I've been about 2 years now.
2 years? Not okay. That's not long. How long about you, Liz?
Now.
How about you, Liz?
I've lost a few of my girls in my life from cancer.
Oh, okay.
So, you know, without their income too, I just didn't have enough to survive.
Okay, so you didn't see it coming,
so I'm in and out. You know, I've been living in a tent for over a year now, and until the shelter opened up, and now I'm there. But that's about ready to close up now too. So after that, who knows what? You gotta take things as they come.
Okay.
You know, life goes on day by day. Sometimes you don't ask for it too, but it happens anyway.
Okay. Ooh. How about you, Liz?
Rhymed.
How long you been how long you been homeless, Liz?
Well, I didn't think of myself as homeless because I was with my husband.
Okay.
So about a year or so, but homeless now because he just passed away on the 17th.
This month?
Yeah.
Or were you guys living at the time before he passed away?
In our car.
In our car?
Kind of like.
So you were pretty much homeless then?
But I never thought of myself as homeless because I always had him.
Okay, as a backup.
You know, we had an income. We had things, and no, I have nothing.
Okay. So what do you think caused you to be on the street or didn't have a place to live? What, with no jobs? What drove you to that position?
He was working.
He was working?
And, you know, so he was doing for us. And then he passed away, and now I've got nothing. And
okay. Yeah, so how about you? How did you become homeless? You know, what drove you there? Was it drinking? Was
No,
it anything?
I've had houses and everything else, but I've always had a woman
Hmm.
and we both had money, and you know that back then I was a little bit younger than I am now. You
Hmm.
know what? So I had jobs on the side and everything else, but that all went away.
What kind of
So,
job you usually do?
yeah,
What kind of job you usually do?
I did construction all
Oh,
my
so
life.
pretty good at
Sheet
construction.
rocking, building houses, additions, whatever.
So,
And now I'm too old to do it.
how old are you now?
I'm 66.
Still young. Got a long way to go. Yeah. So,
I'm too old to be doing construction
yes,
right
to do
now.
construction.
I got a bad leg and everything else. So
So what kind of help do you think you need, you know, as being homeless? What are you looking for? Does the city help you? I know West said he gets some help from the city sometimes, like they bought this one girl a bike and stuff like that.
I've never really asked for help
Okay.
from anybody.
Okay.
I didn't think I had to at the time, which I am thinking about now. But you know, I've kind of been proud all my life and haven't asked for it.
So where's your
Now
tent?
to the point where I'm going to ask for it. I'm about to be 68 pretty soon.
Yeah. So where's the
67.
tent? Where do you pitch the tent at? Where do you put the tent? Where do you live in the tent?
Right down the road.
Right down the
here.
road from here?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, we can stop by there and see what's going on. So where do you see? You see at the shelter also too, Liz, right?
Yeah, but that's just until Tuesday afternoon, and then we all have to go.
It's closing down?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
So what are you guys gonna do?
Don't know.
No help?
No, at the time. There is no help in this town.
Wow.
And they've had plenty of opportunities. They had the old community building that they tore down, which would have been a perfect place for people like us
Okay.
in our time of need right now.
That's so sad. That's so sad.
So
So about
we can go to the town hall and protest, but it's not going to do any good.
okay.
Yeah.
So now that you guys gonna be closing down Tuesday, no other option for you guys right now.
No options at the moment.
Nowhere to
2
go.
days, no options.
And that's the only shelter we have in this town, right?
That is it.
Oh wow, the church.
That is it. And it's not actually long enough. We're out in a couple of days, and it's still pretty cold out here at night.
Hmm.
You know.
And it's cold right now. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
pretty cold right now. I can see that. So what do you think drove you to be homeless? Was it really drinking or no drugs, no nothing?
No.
No.
Not at all?
Yeah.
You just lost your job?
Smokes
I know
a little
you.
weed.
Oh,
Everybody
yeah.
smokes
Yeah,
a
yes,
little weed.
so you had your husband at the time, and
Yeah.
you didn't think you were homeless because you had an income, you were doing great and stuff
Well,
like
we
that.
weren't doing great, but we
Surviving.
we supported each
We're
other.
surviving.
You know, so
Yeah.
it wasn't to us. It
Mhm.
wasn't.
It was
Yes.
life.
We were. He was working.
Mm.
I was with him all the time, 24/7. We were together. You know, we helped each other through shit times.
Hmm.
You know, not always perfect,
Correct.
but but now he's gone, and now I'm alone, and now what?
What? You don't know what's the next future going to be like and stuff like that. Do we have any family members? Any of you guys got any family members? No families?
I don't.
Because you're not from around here, Liz, right? So you're back and forth. But you're from Connecticut. No family
Yeah,
member that you can
they're-
call
they're
upon? No
they're
kids,
all
no
gone.
nothing?
I have a couple sisters, but they're elsewhere.
Have you ever tried to contact them? Now that the shelter has been closed,
Right.
have you ever tried to see if they can support you in any way to help you out, put you up somewhere or something like that?
Yeah.
Yep. You try contacting them?
No, I will.
You will? Okay, because
Yeah, I haven't had to yet.
Yeah.
I don't like to beg people. You know, it's not me. You know.
yeah, I understand
I've
that.
always been able to do things on my own all my life until now. Now is a different story. Yeah.
Yeah, that's my aim with this thing. You know, it goes on. I want to have a little place for homeless people where we can do some transition, the people that need to change. I mean, I interviewed one of the girls last week and she said she liked being homeless. Yeah, because she liked to be free. So, you know, but for the people that don't want to be homeless no more, just need a help, that would be one of the perfect things that I'm trying to do.
Well, I know Olivia very well myself, and
Mhm.
she's a survivor, and she's young. But people like me, I'm not so young anymore.
How old are you, Liz?
44.
44. Wow, you look young for 44. You look young, so you're doing great then. You're doing great. No kids, no nothing?
No, I have kids.
Oh, okay.
Why, you want some?
No. I'm shut down. And no,
Yeah. Are you planning to get married again now that your husband passed on?
no,
No, you just okay. Just want to survive.
no.
Oh,
No, that's not even a thought in my head.
Yeah.
I need to conquer my own shit
okay.
right now.
Okay.
And no.
Do you have any talent? Any trades? No,
Talking
no. He was a
shit.
constructor. What's that?
Talking shit.
No.
No, but no, I've done a lot of everything. I've done paving, I've done roofing, I've done construction. I was a nurse. I've done a lot of things in my life. You know, you gotta have many trades to have to be-
Survive.
to survive.
Yeah.
You know, if you just walk into one place because you think that's all you can do, then that's all you're going to be able to do. You got to be able to, know a little bit of everything
Move on.
to be
Okay.
prepared.
Yeah.
Otherwise, that's the case of the 3 Ps: piss, poor planning.
Oh, that's understandable.
Oh,
Just-
never heard it like that before, but
Yeah.
that sounds pretty good.
Yeah. Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know, but at this moment in time, it's not even been a month since my husband has passed away. You know, so I'm still trying to get my brain in order, and at this time, I'm afraid that if I come into like customer service or something like that, I might go from 0 to 8,000 in a millisecond and knock someone out.
Oh, okay.
Because they're talking shit.
Oh, okay.
You know,
Oh.
I mean, I'm not that person,
Mhm.
but I'm just not mentally
Customer
ready.
service is out for you, I guess.
Oh. So when you met your husband, where's you live in his car at the time, or you guys at a house when you met him?
We've known each other for 30 years.
Okay.
You know, we've been off and on, but like directly the last 7 years we've been. And no, we didn't live in a car the entire time.
Okay. So okay, but if he had a job, what caused him to be homeless though? I mean, he had a job. Yeah.
Because he kept on getting ill.
Okay.
He broke both of his legs.
Oh.
Then his back, it was just one thing right after the other. Heart attacks. Just, getting sick. He had 4 years gangrene. And then, and then I would start a job, but then I would have to quit to take care of him.
Oh,
Because there was times there where he couldn't walk. He couldn't even get to the bathroom.
that was love.
So I
Yeah.
would have to, stand there and hold the little urinal thing for him
Wow.
so he could pee in it, or put the little thing underneath his butt so he could,
And you stick with him doing all of that, no matter what.
Absolutely.
That was great. That was great. That was great.
You
Yeah.
know, I wish I could have been more of a woman and like gone out and still continued working. But also in the same hand, I couldn't because I had to take care of him.
Mm-hmm.
And nobody in this family understood that. So I always got the backlash. Well, why aren't you working? Why aren't you being more of a woman and taking care of your husband? I am taking care of him.
Yes. Physically. Yeah.
Nobody else is.
That's understand. That's understand. Yeah. Yeah. Well, you did your best. You did your best. So basically, what if you guys at the tent? What would you guys need over there? If I can bring you guys some stuff, what is it you need? Because at this point, because like I told Wes, I just started this shelter. I don't have, but maybe food I can stuff. Like, what do you guys need over there? And Wes is going to bring me over there in a few and show me where you guys stayed at and stuff like that. What is the need for you guys right now? Clothing. You have clothing, right? That's all you have?
Clothing.
Yeah.
Food.
That's all I
items.
got. That's all I got,
Food
too.
items, stuff that we can heat up.
Mm-hmm.
Not just like a granola bar. And,
Yes.
And
Canned goods, like canned goods.
canned goods.
Okay,
Canned
good.
goods are fabulous.
Okay.
Something that we can even bring to a microwave somewhere.
Okay.
And,
Heat it up.
heat it up.
Oh, okay.
But like with the pop lids, because obviously none of us have a can opener, just
Yeah. What I noticed with you guys stick together though. Like in West, you guys stick together, always there for each other. That's
we
what I
got our
noticed.
own family. We
Yeah.
got our own family.
Yeah.
We try to take care of each other, but sometimes it doesn't happen like that. You
Yeah.
know what? Because really, actually, nobody has it
Yeah.
to help each other.
Correct. But you
we're
guys stick
just
together and
like
stuff like
down
that.
and out. I never thought I'd be like this.
Uh,
I never thought I'd come to this point, but here I am.
but you want to get out of it.
Yeah,
You want to get out of it.
being out of
Oh,
Absolutely.
that's
get
nice.
out of being
That's nice.
homeless.
A
Get
lot of
back to a home or an apartment or something.
somewhere to
And
keep warm.
this town will not help you at all. They want to throw us all out.
Mhm.
Every one of us.
Mhm.
They don't, you know what? They don't do their job around here. You know what they bust? They bust our asses because we're homeless.
Did you go to school?
Huh?
Did you go to school when you were younger? Did you go to school when you were
Of
younger?
course I did.
Or what
I
grade did you?
went to school.
Yeah, what
I
grade did
did
you
a
get?
year
What?
of college and everything
Wow, you
else. Yeah.
What did you do in college?
You can, it's Nuntuck, right up the street.
What did you do? What kind of?
Oh, I went for, believe it or not, home economics.
Home economics. That's good. So you got a good cook then.
Well, I had to learn how to cook if I want to feed myself because I didn't have anybody left to feed me. So.
How about you, Liz? Did you go to school?
I went to school till the 10th grade, and then, well, 9.5 grade.
Okay.
And then my mother kicked me out of her house.
Oh wow. Oh, okay.
I tried to get back into school.
Okay.
And I even went to the point of going with my best friend to the high school
Mhm.
and sitting in one of the desks, and they
Oh.
were like,
You're
"We
not
don't know you.
Oh my God.
You have to leave, or you have to get your mother to sign this paper so you can be in school." And I was like, "I'm just trying to get an education.
Mm-mm.
Can't you just allow me to get an education?" And they were like, "No, it doesn't work that way. You have to have your guardian sign this paper." And she wouldn't.
How old were you at the time?
I was 14, 15.
Wow, that's sad. That's sad.
I
never
didn't
did-
have that problem.
You never had that problem.
I didn't have
You went
that
all the way
problem.
through.
Yeah.
You went all the way through. But your thing was pretty much that you just fell off the line. You were working, you were doing great, everything was, and then your finance just dried up. Yeah.
It just dried up. A couple of my women died. I lost their income. I am retired right now. I do get a little bit of money, but it's not like it used to be. Now I don't have any side jobs anymore like I used to have
hmm
because I'm just plain out getting old.
So if I could say with both of you guys, it's more like relationship that caused you guys to be homeless because you are women that you were with and they were helping each other. They passed on. You didn't have nobody else to help you, so that didn't help you to move along in life, right?
You have
And
to.
with Liz also, her husband passed
Have
away.
to.
Yeah, so she didn't have
Nobody
no
else
support.
is going to do it.
So, okay,
You got to
so
make the best of what you got at the time.
yeah,
Right now, it ain't the time.
okay. So none of you guys
It
don't do
could
no.
happen down the road. It could happen down the road, but right now, it ain't.
Okay, none of you guys don't do no drugs, no nothing like that, right?
No.
I don't
No,
know.
don't do drugs. Just weed. Just a little weed every now and then.
Yeah, once in a while.
Once
Yeah,
in a while. Okay, and drink
Well,
I drink sometimes
to keep you warm. Yeah.
then
Well, you know what? When
Yeah.
you're at my point right now, you don't have a whole hell of a lot to do. So if you're gonna open up a can of beer and smoke a little weed, that's what you're gonna do. You know what?
Understandable.
You don't have it, but somebody else might. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying?
Yeah, correct. That's understandable. So, aren't you guys scared being around the river right here? I mean, isn't that dangerous right here?
no,
No. It seems like the river will come over at some point. No, never.
No, I don't
Oh,
think
it
so.
does.
It does?
Are you kidding?
Oh.
It was just last week. It was right up to the edge of this
Oh, I
bank.
don't know.
Really?
I'm not
Yeah,
familiar.
really.
It's kind of look dangerous around here. So you were back and forth. So you're not really from Connecticut. Where were you actually born, Liz?
Well, I was born in Massachusetts and
Oh.
then lived a little bit of my life in Enfield.
Okay.
And then my parents got divorced, and just all of us siblings, we just kind of got tossed back and forth, some of us with my dad, some of us with my mom.
hmm
And then we were just kind of like ping pong balls going back and forth for a good while. And
Good way to put it. Like a ping pong ball.
So you don't know where your siblings are right now, right?
they're everywhere.
They're everywhere. You
Yeah.
ever try contacting any of them, like,
Oh yeah, yeah.
and they won't help?
Just they've got their families, they've got their things. It's not of any use for me to bother them.
And as you can see, they're near a train track also. This is where the Amtrak train goes by, where these guys stay. And you can see Wes and Liz is coming up. This is where they stay over here in the woods over here. So this is where you guys stay, Wes?
Yeah. Yep.
Okay.
Right here we stay. Go walkway to come in.
Okay.
Yep.
Oh, you dropped your stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
This is where we live.
This is where you live?
Yep.
Okay.
This is like a little. It's like they call it bunkers.
That bunkers.
Yep. Where we have to try to bunker down in
Oh, okay.
during the winter time. Try to stay out of the rain
Mm-hmm.
and all that. And we walk over here, and then you go see. This is the top of the hill that we have to walk down every day and every night. And now the town of Enfield, they want to kick us out of here.
They want to kick us out of here too?
All the homeless out of here.
Okay.
And it's comfortable here. We're quiet. We try to live. And my good friend Elizabeth, she's been there before. And as we walk over here,
Yeah.
you can see sometimes the only way that we have light
Mm-hmm.
is by a flashlight or by our phone.
Okay.
This is the top of the campground.
Okay.
As you can see, we got stuff here.
Mm-hmm.
We're not litter bugs. We're trying to make it better for us.
Okay.
We got the bicycle here. The girl leaves her bike here. Her name's Olivia.
Mm-hmm.
That's a returnable. That's closed. And down here, as you can see, we have to try to walk all this down here.
Wow.
And this is only 6 people living here
It's only 6 people living here right now?
right now.
Oh,
They were,
okay.
but now we're kicked out of here. Elizabeth, she was strong with this here.
Okay.
And then we got to be careful as we walk down through here.
Mm-hmm.
And over here on the side, you can see that we have stuff hanging up.
Mm-hmm.
We had to put our own clothes up. During the winter time, the storm came through. Now all our tents are down.
Mm-hmm. Does the river come over here sometimes, or it
No,
doesn't come this
no.
far?
Nope. The river can only come up as far as you see where the log comes across over there.
Mm-hmm.
And people that go by with boats,
Mm-hmm.
they go fishing. They'll stop by. They'll say hi.
Mm-hmm.
And we have a walkway that comes up there.
So do you guys, can anybody come here that's homeless, or you guys have a group where nobody can come in? Or
Anybody come here.
Anybody come here?
We'll walk up anybody here. Yeah.
Okay.
You can keep one of you.
If I don't fall down, right?
Be careful. Just be careful.
Yeah, that's okay.
Yeah, go down. Yeah, yeah.
That's okay.
Yeah, feel free.
Yeah. Yeah, so this is the, yeah, this is where they stay. This is the tent camp where the homeless stay. So sad, you know, see people living like this in America. It's so sad. Okay. This is so sad. And they're saying they're getting kicked out of here. They can't stay here anymore. Close by the river. I don't know how dangerous that is when the river comes down. But it's my first time being in a homeless camp to see where these people live. See, they got their fishing lines. They do a little fishing. They got a fireplace to keep them warm. And this is their storage area that they store their stuff. We have it all made. Sometimes we don't even know. Sometimes got a heater there. Keep heating. A lot of propane, empty propane tank. This is what they use to run the propane tank to keep them warm. Yeah. Another grill where they can grill. Clothes, shoes, pots, pan. And all the fireplace. Yeah, this is a homeless area where the homeless stays. Homelessness does not have a nationality, a color of skin, and nothing like that. It can hit anybody. Yeah? Anybody can be homeless. Here's Western Olivia up there. He brought me in to show me the homeless area. And like he said, anybody can move in and anyone can come and take a look. I didn't expect to do this today. I was expecting just to interview, but he brought me into their camp to show me how they live.